Some places on Earth are so extreme, so unique, that not even the hardiest plants can survive. Within our vibrant world, there are pockets of profound emptiness, landscapes sculpted by forces so powerful they defy life itself. These are not wastelands but canvases of raw elemental power where geology is laid bare. What makes these places so inhospitable? Searing heat, bone-chilling cold, crushing salinity, and a profound lack of water. Join me as we explore Earth's most desolate yet strangely beautiful corners, and uncover why, in these isolated pockets, absolutely nothing grows. This is the story of Earth at its most raw and untamed. Our journey begins in the Atacama Desert, Chile. A place of stark beauty and extreme conditions, it beckons us to explore its secrets. We're venturing into a realm where water is scarce, and life clings on with incredible tenacity. This is the driest non-polar desert on Earth, a landscape sculpted by aridity, where the very ground seems to thirst for moisture. The cracked earth tells a story of relentless sun and infrequent rain. The towering Andes Mountains act as a formidable barrier, blocking moisture-laden clouds originating from the Amazon basin. This rain shadow effect contributes significantly to the desert's extreme dryness. Simultaneously, the cold Humboldt Current flows along the coast, preventing the formation of rain clouds. The cold water suppresses evaporation, further reducing the chances of precipitation. Some regions here haven't seen significant rainfall, not just in our lifetimes, but in over 4 centuries. Imagine the relentless dryness, the unbroken stretches of sun-baked earth, enduring for hundreds of years. It's a testament to the power of nature's extremes. The soil is ancient dust, a composition of minerals weathered over millennia, devoid of organic matter. It's a stark reminder of the slow, relentless processes that shape our planet. It's sterile and lifeless, seemingly inhospitable to any form of life as we typically understand it. Yet, even here, life finds a way. NASA tests Mars rovers here. The extreme conditions and barren landscape provide an ideal environment for simulating the challenges of exploring another planet. It's the closest terrestrial analog to the red planet, offering scientists a unique opportunity to study how life might exist in similarly harsh environments beyond Earth. Even the hardiest cacti, plants renowned for their ability to store water and withstand drought, cannot survive this relentless drought. Their absence speaks volumes about the severity of the conditions, yet deep within salt rocks, a hidden world exists. Extremophile microbes persist, surviving in suspended animation, waiting patiently, waiting for the faintest trace of humidity, a fleeting moment of moisture that can awaken them from their dormant state. For plants, though, the lack of water is an absolute barrier, an insurmountable obstacle to growth and survival. The ground is rich in nitrates, a vital nutrient for plant growth, but without water, this potential for life remains unrealized, a tantalizing promise that the desert cannot fulfill. The Atacama is shaped not by what is present, by lush vegetation or abundant wildlife, but by what is absent: water, life, and the familiar signs of a thriving ecosystem. It's a powerful reminder, a stark lesson in the fundamental importance of water. That water is the true architect of our living world, the lifeblood that sustains all that we know. Without it, the planet reveals its stark, rocky skeleton, its geological foundations laid bare for all to see. Here, beauty lies in the silence, in the vast emptiness and the profound sense of solitude. It lies in the absence of life, a testament to the resilience of nature and the delicate balance that sustains our planet. Leaving behind the arid expanse of the driest desert, our journey now takes us to a realm of stark contrast, Antarctica's Ross Island, a place where the very definition of life is challenged. Here, amidst the icy wilderness, stands Mount Erebus, a geological marvel and the southernmost active volcano on Earth, a fiery giant cloaked in a frozen embrace. Here in this land of extremes, fire meets ice, a constant battle between opposing forces. Beneath a seemingly lifeless, frozen wasteland, a churning lava lake simmers and roils, a testament to the Earth's molten core. It's a surreal juxtaposition, a landscape that defies expectations. Temperatures here routinely plunge far below -50°C, effectively freezing any exposed life in its tracks, halting biological processes in their entirety. The cold is absolute, a constant presence. Adding to the challenge, toxic volcanic gases and the perpetual unrelenting cold create a formidable double barrier, making it exceptionally difficult for life to gain a foothold. There is virtually no soil, only jagged volcanic rock, porous pumice, and ever-present ice. Even the geothermal ice caves, intricately carved by the relentless flow of volcanic steam, offer refuge only to specialized, unique microbes, and not to the more complex structures of plants. The slopes of Erebus are a stark graveyard, a testament to geological time, offering no stability whatsoever for roots to take hold and flourish. The ground is constantly shifting, a treacherous landscape. Mount Erebus stands as a powerful monument to the planet's creative and destructive power, a symbol of Earth's raw energy. Its ever-changing dynamic landscape leaves virtually no room for the gentle, nurturing persistence that plant life requires to thrive. Here, the raw, untamed forces of Earth are on full and dramatic display, a constant reminder of the planet's power. The only life that manages to survive is microbial, hidden deep within the protective layers of the ice, clinging to existence in the most extreme conditions. For plants, this unforgiving environment is an absolute dead zone, a place where they simply cannot exist. Antarctica's fiery volcanic heart is as forbidding and inhospitable as any place on the face of the Earth. It is a place where the story of life is not written in vibrant growth but rather in the stark and profound absence of it. Next, we journey to Ethiopia's Dalol hydrothermal field, a landscape more alien than earthly. Dalol is one of the hottest, lowest, and most geologically active places on the planet. Here, superheated, hypersaline water erupts onto vast salt plains, creating pools of acid and geysers of toxic gas. The vivid colors, yellow, green, orange, come from minerals, not life. Some pools have a pH below 0, more acidic than battery acid. The air is thick with chlorine and sulfur vapors lethal to any plant. This poly-extreme environment, heat, salinity, acidity, and toxicity, excludes even the hardiest microbes. Recent studies show these pools are truly sterile. The ground is a brittle crust over scalding mud, constantly shifting and unstable. Dalol is a geological infant, always being reborn. It represents the terrestrial limit for life as we know it. Here, the convergence of extremes creates a world utterly hostile to life. It's a glimpse of an alien world, right here on Earth. Our next stop is the Dead Sea, straddling Israel and Jordan, the lowest point on Earth's land surface. The Dead Sea is a terminal lake with no outlet and extreme evaporation. Over millennia, salt has concentrated to nearly 10 times ocean salinity. For plants, this is a death sentence. The salt concentration violently draws water out of roots, causing fatal dehydration. The shoreline is encrusted with thick salt crystals. The soil is saturated brine. No reeds, no grasses, just a sterile, crystalline expanse. Even the air carries a salty haze, damaging to any plant tissue. While salt-loving microbes survive in the water, the shores are a botanical wasteland. The chemical cocktail of minerals is toxic to higher plants. The Dead Sea shore starkly illustrates how one extreme factor can create an impassable barrier to life. Here, the struggle for survival is lost before it begins. The Dead Sea is a monument to the lethal power of salt. We return to Antarctica, to the McMurdo Dry Valleys, the largest ice-free region on the continent. These polar deserts exist because the transantarctic mountains block ice and create a rain shadow. Katabatic winds reaching over 300 km/h scour the valleys, sublimating any ice or snow. Humidity is nearly zero. The ground is frozen gravel and rock, not soil. There is no liquid water and the permafrost is impenetrable. Even if water were present, roots couldn't penetrate the iron-hard earth. The landscape is haunting rock, gravel, and frozen lakes with no sign of surface life. Blood Falls, a plume of iron-rich brine, hints at hidden microbes, but the surface is utterly barren. The dry valleys are Earth's closest analog to Mars. Extreme cold, dryness, and UV radiation make plant life impossible. No lichens, no mosses, just silence and stone. Here, the absence of plants is total. The McMurdo Dry Valleys are a testament to the power of wind and cold. Now, we turn our gaze to Africa's majestic Namib Desert, a place where time seems to stand still, and the elements have sculpted a landscape of unparalleled beauty and desolation. This is the world's oldest desert, a testament to the relentless power of wind and aridity, which have been shaping its contours for over 55 million years. Imagine the epochs that have passed, the geological shifts, all contributing to the formation of this extraordinary environment. Its colossal sand dunes, some of the highest in the world, are not static monuments but rather dynamic entities in constant motion, sculpted and reshaped by the prevailing winds. This constant movement makes the ground incredibly unstable, a challenging environment where it's nearly impossible for any plant to establish a foothold and thrive. The very foundation is in perpetual flux. The sand itself is remarkably nutrient-poor, offering little sustenance to any potential vegetation. And to compound the challenges, rainfall is almost non-existent, making water an incredibly precious and scarce resource. Life here exists on the very edge. Most of the meager moisture that sustains life comes from the dense fog that rolls in from the Atlantic Ocean, a daily miracle that provides a lifeline to specialized desert creatures and plants. But even this vital fog is not uniformly distributed. In the heart of the sand sea, far from the coast, even this source of moisture is largely absent, creating an environment of extreme aridity. Here, the relentless shifting of the dunes, combined with the virtual absence of rainfall, creates conditions of absolute barrenness, a landscape where life struggles to find any purchase. Deadfly, a white clay pan surrounded by towering dunes, stands as a stark and haunting example of this extreme environment. This was once a life-sustaining oasis, fed by a now-vanished river, but it's now cut off from its source, leaving behind a cracked and lifeless expanse of clay. The skeletal remains of ancient camel thorn trees, blackened by the sun, stand as silent monuments to a lost era, their forms etched against the backdrop of the towering red dunes. The environment is so incredibly dry that even the process of decay is arrested, preserving these ancient trees in a state of perpetual stasis. In these desolate zones, the battle for survival is not just difficult, it's utterly lost. The conditions are simply too extreme to support any form of life. The Namib Desert, in its entirety, serves as a powerful reminder that even in regions teeming with life and surprising adaptations, subtle shifts in environmental conditions can create isolated pockets of total extinction, where life simply cannot persist. Here, the relentless shifting of the sands acts as a constant threat, erasing any hope for plants to establish themselves and thrive, burying them beneath an ever-moving blanket of aridity. The silence that pervades this landscape is profound, a silence that speaks volumes about the harsh realities of existence in such an unforgiving environment. The emptiness is complete, stretching out in every direction, a testament to the power of nature to create both breathtaking beauty and utter desolation. The Namib's heart is a graveyard not just of life, but of time and climate, a place where the forces of nature have conspired to create a landscape that is both timeless and utterly barren. Our final stop is Socotra, the Galapagos of the Indian Ocean, famed for its unique flora. The dragon's blood tree and other wonders thrive here, perfectly adapted to harsh conditions. But Socotra is not uniformly lush. Its limestone plateaus and rocky coasts are another story. On these sun-baked pavements, there's no soil, no water, and no shelter for seeds. Coastal areas face extreme salinity from ocean spray, creating exclusion zones even for the island's hardiest plants. Here, just meters from thriving trees, the ground is too hostile for life. These barren patches reveal the fine line between survival and extinction. Even the most extraordinary adaptations have limits. The empty spaces are not just gaps, they're evidence of nature's boundaries. Socotra's rocky heart and salty breath defeat even its most resilient inhabitants. The struggle for existence is fought on a very fine scale. Here, the story of life is told by the places where nothing grows. From the driest deserts to the coldest continents, we've explored Earth's most extreme, barren landscapes. Their emptiness is not a void but a presence of heat, cold, salt, and dryness. These dead zones challenge our perception of beauty, revealing the raw forms of rock, ice, and sand. They teach us about the limits of life and the miracle of survival elsewhere. The story of where life isn't is as vital as where it is. If you